right, look. I say that to say this, right?
I was writing down a
Cavities?
question.
Oh, you
I
just
don't
got
have
a new
cavities.
question?
Thank you very much.
I seen it when you smiled.
No, you didn't.
Open your mouth all the way.
Yeah.
Then I see.
I don't have cavities.
Really? You ain't never, so what you grew up, you used to floss, brush,
Okay,
everything?
first of all, I didn't say I've never had cavities. I said I don't currently have cavities.
I think you say I never have had cavities.
I feel like that's not, I said I don't have cavities.
Oh.
I feel like you don't listen. And you know how I know you don't listen? Because when you heard something, you repeat it back. You didn't repeat it back, so I know you didn't hear me correctly.
I do repeat it back out of respect when I'm having that kind of conversation.
What kind of conversation makes you repeat things back?
A respectful one.
Oh, so this one's not respectful?
Well, fuck you right now. I don't care. Fuck your feelings.
That's crazy.
I'm joking.
Out the gate.
Out the gate.
Okay.
Just want B-roll because we're recording. So we here. So I say
Back
that to
again.
say this podcast. We should have did it like how they
Another
doing the shows.
episode.
Oh,
Thanks for joining us.
didn't see
Didn't
you
see
there.
you there.
What's the deal? This the I say that to say this podcast, man. It's me. It's Koko. We in the building. We just gonna have some conversation, man. Nothing crazy. Mike was supposed to be here.
But he flaked.
Where's my Frosted Flakes? Tony the Tiger, man.
Damn.
What is we doing?
That's
Great.
You
Garbage.
you can't talk about my friend like that, though.
Oh yeah, you and Mike, y'all like got each other.
Because he high-fived me twice. I like that.
Y'all agree with everything.
That's not true.
Yeah,
We just have common grounds.
It's bad for pod because y'all agree with everything.
No, you think
You
it's
can say rape is good only if he be like, okay, hear her out. Hear her out.
That's not true.
Okay.
I think you just be mad because you don't like people agreeing with me. That's facts.
I be content chasing. That's really what it is. I like for everybody to disagree and then agree.
But you want everybody to disagree? Because in that
Agree
last
sometimes,
time, it was like we
but
had the
nobody
same
wants to
opinion and y'all had the same opinion. So that was good. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody want to watch that.
Why? Everybody's supposed
Everybody
to be
just
arguing?
agreeing?
No, we agreed and y'all agreed, but we had two different perspectives, like the sides. It was like we had a line right in the middle.
Agreed.
That's how that went. No.
Shout out to Saeed. My boy Saeed be like, agreed. Agreed.
Immediately. I
Agreed.
think he was trying to say something. Because didn't I say, was that about the Scorpio thing? No, toxic
No,
sex.
yeah. And he was like, agreed. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. Agreed.
Agreed?
And then he get all the way in the mic and look up, agreed.
That was all he said the whole episode, I think.
Yeah, that 1 hour, agreed. So, we just going to have good conversation. This is easy. This is what we do anyway. Yeah. Off mic, on mic. So I figured this would be a piece of cake. This is what we do.
Cake. The funny thing is, I'm actually more nervous just being by ourselves. Even though this is normal for us,
right? It's
not normal for it to be recorded. And so I feel like when we talk with everybody and Fred does the Fred segue the Fred way, it's easier for me to throw the alley-oop to someone else instead of being the target. But now I have no one else to throw my pass to. So that's what makes me a little nervous because I feel like I'm on the hot seat.
Do you get nervous?
Yes.
Do you get not period? Do you get nervous in front of like public speaking? Does that make you nervous?
Absolutely.
Public speaking does?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's funny because I'm such a social person.
You wouldn't think
like my character's bubbly and all that, so people wouldn't think that I'm like I would have stage fright and things like that. But absolutely. And the weird thing is, like, I did like cheerleading, I did competitions, I always did things on stage, but
in front of all those people.
But it was always a group.
Let's see. We ain't got it.
No.
Yeah,
no.
That was the Kanye way.
Okay. Anyways, it was always a group of us though. Like I was never solo. So I think it's like when the spotlight's on me, that's when I'm like, I freeze up. My butterfly, I start getting jitteries.
When I was in college for my bachelor's, I used to had that thing like scared to talk in front of mad people. And they said, the thing that my professor taught me, he was a cool ass professor, one of them. And he was like, find the thing that makes you angry. I was like, what? He's like, find the thing that makes you angry. Get in your head about it, and then use it as competition when you're talking to somebody. It sounds crazy, but for me, it translated.
Okay.
So
translate it for us.
So whenever I got to talk to like a big group of people, I might go in the bathroom. I might go somewhere, and
you like Eminem 8 Mile status?
I 8 Mile it. I do. I 8 Mile it. I think that's what I do because I get in there, I be like, these mother, they can't fuck with me. I ain't scared of none of these moves. What they gonna say? Gosh. If somebody say something, I'm gonna smack the shit out of them. I bet.
So you hype yourself up.
Then I come in there, Mr. Thompson.
Hey guys.
And then that's how I start talking. You know, because now it's like I'm not scared. I'm not scared of them. I get in my head like I'm not scared of them. Why I'm acting shy? I'm not. What they gonna say to me? What can they say?
Okay.
But here's it don't work no more. But here's where that backfired. Because one time I came out there.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're more confident when you know information, right? So when I had to do presentations, and I knew the information on top of that aggressive, like in my head, like they can't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I would kill it. Let's say I didn't study, I didn't know anything, and I just got a little bit of it, right? And so I'm just trying to go talk to all these people with this little bit of information, and then somebody asks a question or something like that, then it's like I go, get super small. Then I remember that like yesterday, I did my shit, and I seen that hand go up. I wanted to stay in that angry mode, like, put your hand down. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yes. And they asked me something. I was like,
what kind of setting was this in? Was this like work or?
No, in college, a classroom setting.
Oh.
You know?
And so you just didn't know the answer? You were like, I don't know?
No, so when you do presentations, like you got to have your slides and explain each slide.
Right.
So I kind of was speeding through that particular slide. Like this was a slide of like, I say that, click. So, you know, to say this, I mean, we already know to say
what
this.
That means.
You say this after you said that. Click podcast. You spell it PODCAST.
So you just bullshitted through all your stuff.
Not all of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Made it sound like it made sense. It didn't make any sense.
That particular time.
That actually sounds about right.
That
actually sounds. That's crazy.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Public
speaking. How you just did me right now?
Public speaking is a thing for people, though. You know, you kind of see who is who sometimes.
Some people throw up.
Exactly.
Like they get so nervous they throw up. My sibling, I won't say which one, is like that. They get so nervous and jittery that they have to like practice every single thing down to a T. They'll ask a million questions like, well, what do I say about, like, it's like they don't know, they know the information. They probably know the answer, but it's like they're so nervous that everything like leaves their brain.
Right.
Like they're just like
a
2-year-old all over again. They're like, but how do I walk?
It's like you either have to have, you can have like low confidence, but have knowledge and that kind of works out, or you can have low knowledge, but be super confident and that kind of evens out too.
I feel like the second one you said is just faking it till you make it. That's what I do personally.
Yes, you got to do that sometimes.
Like even in like an interview, I don't be knowing shit about these damn jobs. I don't study them. A lot of times, like I used to go through like agencies and stuff like that, and they'll set me up with like some random ass company, like, oh, it's this big. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can do it.
I can do it.
They send me in the interview. Oh, make sure you study. They'll send me the links, all that. You think I looked at them goddamn links? Absolutely not.
You get in the interview lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, you know what this company about? I was like, yeah, I did some research. Da, da, da. Like I might, kind of how you did the slides. I'll say like 3 things I may have accidentally saw, and they'll be like, yeah, and then they'll start explaining shit. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Every single time.
That never
I've always got the
backfired though?
job.
Ever.
I always got the job.
That's crazy.
You just have to be overly confident. It's kind of like
confidence,
how women say they get bamboozled so much by men because they're attracted to men who are overly confident. And those, not saying all the time, but sometimes those be the men that really don't be having the things they act like they have.
It translates, right? Because this dude's super confident, so he's just telling you what he knows you want to hear.
Exactly.
So he didn't study you either. So he's like, whatever you say, he knows all about it.
Yeah.
He's all into it. I like Barbie too.
He
yeah, you know, I know
car.
I'm grown. I'm 49, but you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Barbie, like for real. Like I used to have Barbie growing up. My mom was crazy.
And then, braid their hair and everything.
10 years. Wait. 10 days after y'all done, well, fuck with that Barbie shit.
Right. Yeah. Completely different person. That's like the social media thing. That's why I don't think it matters if it's social media or in person when you meet someone. I don't think that it matters if you speak to them in general. Meaning, if I speak to someone online and then they tell me about themselves, someday soon, I'm not the person who's going to get in a whole relationship or go months without seeing you at some point, whether it's FaceTime or in person. Most of the people I've ever met online, I saw within weeks or the first few months at least of me speaking to them.
First few months is a long time.
I don't think it ever made it past 2 months. So
that's 60 days.
That's not that long. It's not like we was
Not
in a
that long to
relationship.
who?
It's just talking.
A Marine
so
deployed?
Like for instance, the
60
first
days is
stage
mad long, bro.
was they may have commented on my story.
Okay.
We started a conversation. We talked for a week or two, whatever. Now we didn't exchange numbers. We talking. They may not live in my state. They may live in a different state.
Okay.
So now it's like, when we link, you know what I mean? It might take 60 days for that entire process, but we FaceTimed in between that. I know it's a real person.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just saying that it doesn't really matter if it's online or in person. If someone's speaking to you with a lot of confidence and they're just telling you what you want to hear, they can do that online or in person. It doesn't really make a difference. It's just when you get to really know someone and you start weeding out what was bullshit about what they said, that's when you realize like what's fake and what's real. You know what I mean? I don't think it matters how you met them. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I can see both things though, honestly, because I've done it that way. I've had to online and then meet the person. I did do like 30 days before, and the person, I met the person and whatever, but I don't know, when you talk to them online sometimes, like I was saying, certain things get weeded out to me, like their vocabulary or they got typos. Like, bro, you have autocorrect on your phone. You chose to ignore the correct way to say it.
Absolutely.
So
that's a big turnoff.
That's what I'm saying. See? So if you see a dude, he on his profile, he fired, and y'all get to talking, and he misspelling words. He using he not talking a lot. He just using emojis.
It's a big turnoff. Please go to school, folks. Finish school.
Come on. Not even finish, like, because some people finish school and they still
dumb.
know how to talk.
That's true.
Not dumb.
No, dumb. Y'all dumb, okay? Y'all got GEDs, high school diplomas, and still dumb as bricks. I need you to get it together.
Yeah,
Literacy is important, like very important. You know, it's funny. My daughter lives here in Florida now, right? We're originally from California, and they call us proper because we speak and enunciate all of our fucking letters. Cali, right? So now that she's here, she's in middle school, and the kids make fun of her because they're like, you're a white girl. She's not white at all. She's like a mixture between maybe like our skin tones, like a brown skin girl. But like they make fun of her. They say like she pronounces her T's too much and she tries to talk proper. And it's weird to me because I'm like, but you're supposed to. Right. And because they speak so like slang and casual, they make her feel bad for speaking proper.
That's how it be. That's how it be growing up. Like if somebody spoke proper, they would say, why you acting white?
Yeah, they used to call me a valley girl.
Yeah, they say in Cali they say Valley Girl. In Cali they say Valley Girl. Yeah,
like, you're a Valley Girl. Like,
but where I'm like, for me, like if you talk proper, where I grew up at, they be like, yo, why you talking white?
Yeah,
it's fucked up. It's crazy. Yeah, but that ain't really how it's supposed to go.
It's not, and I don't really know at what point it became like looked at negatively.
Because there's more dummies than smart people, so it's like
so they try to make fun of the smart people.
You know what I'm saying?
Being smart.
It wasn't cool to be smart growing up.
Apparently, it still isn't.
I think now is dope. This is what I think social media is dope because you see different lanes. So it's like, okay, I can fit in with this lane. Oh, these people smart and they fly. There is a person like that.
Right.
Growing up, you just was what you saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like if you went like one of the schools I went to, because I went to like 8 high schools. But one of the schools I went to,
we're gonna circle back to that.
When I went, one of the schools I went to, it was like a culture shock. It was like the worst school. My first day in school, I went to the cafeteria, and I remember this big ass dude picking this guy up in the lunchroom, running him across the lunchroom, and slamming him into the booth.
Damn, where's the teachers at?
The teachers was right there.
Y'all was in the prison yard.
The teachers are scared of the students where I was at. You know what I'm saying? But that school right there, Goldsboro. Easy.
That's not easy.
Was that it? Googly boogly. Goldsboro. Yes.
Okay.
It was
all of the schools.
Goldsboro High School
out.
and Wayne Tech are the two schools I went to where I was like, okay, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I remember that school right there, like, it won't fly to be smart. So if you got good grades. Did you
play dumb?
Who, me? I didn't play dumb, but I didn't like brag on
being
when
smart.
if I got like good grades, I wouldn't brag on it.
Yeah.
I just would get it. You know what I'm saying? But you had dudes out in that school that would be like, "What you get?" when they pass the grades around. And you kind of be like, oh, some whatever, bullshit. Yeah, I wouldn't go that hard. But you had people going that hard like, I failed, man. Shut your nerdy ass up. You know you passed. And they be embarrassed. It's like, why are you embarrassed?
That is crazy.
But that's how it is. And
some kids start flunking on purpose.
To fit in. Dropping out on purpose.
Crazy.
If the crowd drops out and everybody's not going to school, eventually, if all of y'all walking to school together, and one by one, this person stops walking to school. This person starts skipping. This person starts skipping. Eventually, that good kid gonna be like, I'll skip this one time. I used to skip school. Look at your face. That's the I used to skip school face. That's correct. You used to skip school, huh?
I definitely, in high school, I definitely skipped school. I don't think I skipped before that I can recall. Maybe 8th grade once, maybe. But high school, Lord. Like I went to a lot of different high schools as well because of that.
How many? 4.
I think.
So don't. I'm like,
we
gonna circle back around. We're not circling nowhere. We in the same
but
car. You want to turn back around? We seeing the same shit.
8 though. That's a lot. That's like
most people go to
half
1.
A year
most people go to 1
school.
Unless they move.
1. You went to 8.
You at 4. I'm at
double.
Whatever. You at
11.
about 4.
What did you say?
I said about whatever.
You said 11. I'm like, nigga, that's a lot.
About 8. It may have been 7.
So I went to
like a technical academy and all that too. Like I ended up graduating from like a technical academy. The oldest person there was like 24.
Was that because you didn't finish high school?
Because I got kicked out of high school, yeah. So I had to go to like a tech school. Those dudes who just got out of prison was in there.
Trouble kids schools.
That
type
schools,
stuff. Whatever. I didn't have to do that. Kinda. I got shipped away a lot as a child.
You got shipped away
like
a lot.
Packaged tape over
what
the box.
What school you went to?
Get
UPS High?
Last kid out of here.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. No. So I went to Redlands High School my freshman year.
Redlands.
Loved it. I love Redlands High. Like every time I go back there, I drive by the school.
What's the mascot?
I think it's a Boston Terrier.
What do you think? What is it? You ain't went that much?
It's some sort of dog.
You ain't been to school live. You don't know the mascot.
I just forgot. Honestly, I know it was gray, like a bulldog or something. It was some kind of dog.
Oh my god.
Anyways, freshman year was like my favorite year. I feel like the crew I ran with, we were dope. We had some good times. But I was a troublemaker. I got in a lot of freaking trouble. My best friend back then, like I got her in trouble because, just a quick side note, her dad's birthday was coming up, and I was a thief back then. From stores only. I didn't steal from people. But like I would go to like the mall that was down the street, and I would like steal shit, whatever. So I told her, I was like, oh, we can steal your dad a birthday present. So we left school. I was teaching her how to shoplift, right? And so we switched bags because I had a big bag. She had this little tiny purse, and she wanted to take more shit. Like, this bitch put candles and like clothes.
Was it a popular store y'all was steal from?
It was like a Macy's, but it wasn't. I don't know what the hell the name of the store was.
Roses, Belk.
Huh? No.
None of those.
What the fuck is that? You just make that
up? Is that just the South thing? Y'all don't have Belk?
Belk? That sounds like a milk.
Jay, you ever heard of Belk? Damn.
Yeah. It's just you.
I guess it's just us. Belk.
Long story short, she stole her dad a tie, but she also stole a bunch of other shit in the purse. When we got out, the secret, security, whatever, that were watching us on the cameras, took her away. For some reason, they didn't take me. They didn't even check me. They only checked her. So maybe they saw her physically do something.
Did y'all walk out together?
We walked out together.
When they came up, did you do this to her?
No. We literally stopped.
Did you get something?
And in my head, I thought to run, but I didn't because she stopped. So I stopped with her. But they didn't question me. They only questioned her. They took her bag, took her, and left. So it was just me standing there, and I'm kind of like, what do I do now? Do I turn myself in? Absolutely not. I was about to say. I'm not going to do that.
You lost like 8 nigga points. You did
here's the thing. She had my bag. So I had to go find her in security, exchange bags with her in front of them. That's my bag. Hard. You didn't. I did. I had to because I was going home. We rode the city bus and everything. And so I had to get my shit back. She had my house key. How am I getting the house?
I'd be so mad if me and you went and did a crime. You got away. I'm detained. You come back over to me talking about some, hey,
I'm gonna need my. Can I get my stuff?
My bag? Oh my God!
And they still.
I'll be looking at you the whole time.
But my thing is like, how is that my fault that they didn't question me? That's
get your ass out of here.
That's what I'm saying. Was I supposed to rat on myself? Like, I know y'all only taking her, but take me too. Here, lock me away. Like,
no,
what's I supposed to say?
For sure, not that.
Okay,
but don't come back.
How? She had my stuff. Anyways,
get it later.
They may have taken it.
So mad, yo. If I went and caught something with, and we both got caught, but they only took me, and then you show back up like, yo.
Let me get that.
Big dog.
Yeah. So anyways, they took her to the jail, locked her up over shoplifting. I feel like that was a little extreme, but yeah, I guess you gotta teach. Yeah,
that was right on time.
It's a crime, but like she's a teenager. We were like what 14 or something like that.
Damn.
14, 15.
Oh, they put that in like locker. Put like
they
in a
took her to jail.
Shit.
They probably didn't. Her parents came and picked her up, but it was one of those things where like her parents were like, you can never hang out with Koko again, and so we weren't allowed to be friends anymore. A lot of drama started after that. Yeah. All the parents felt like anytime I was associated with somebody, eventually that's what it came to. Like, you can't hang out with her anymore. Stay away from that girl. So anyways, after freshman year, because of grades, skipping class all the time, getting in trouble, that whole little situation, my mom sent me to a military school. It was actually a police and fire academy, and it was in San Bernardino, California. It's called Public Safety Academy. I was dreading it so bad when I went there. They're in ROTC uniforms all day long. Stupid little fucking flippy hat, annoying as hell.
The brass.
People are yelling at you in your face. There's no passing period. You know what passing period is now, right? We went over this.
Forgot.
It's just the period between from one class to another. It's like a couple minutes. They call it passing period. So there's no passing period in that type of school. You line up at the door of each class, walk outside, go to formation, and then there's someone like you check in with. It's like attendance for every little thing. The only time we had a break was lunch, which was like 30 minutes for the whole day.
Y'all had so much shit to talk about in lunch.
Oh yeah, 100. Lunch was like where it was at, but even then it's like you're just at these little circle tables still being watched and stuff like that. So anyways, my grades were like all straight A's all of a sudden because there was no way to fuck around. Like there was literally no way to fuck around. That's where you really see if
you smart, when you in trouble, like in some trouble type school.
I had like practically straight A's. And I went there sophomore and junior year. And right before senior year, I begged my mom to go back to Redlands. I was like, I just want to be with my friends. I did so well.
Worst decision.
Horrible decision. Horrible decision. I started skipping school again. I never went to first period ever. And first period, I believe, was like biology.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they had a homeroom in high school.
Y'all don't got homeroom? At Redlands?
At least, no, we didn't. It was biology. First period for me was biology, and I never went, so I flunked the class, obviously, because I was never present. And that was a class that I needed to graduate. So they didn't let me walk when graduation time came. And I never had to go to a continuation school, per se.
You never walked, though?
I mean, I have my high school diploma.
Right.
I got it like a couple weeks later.
Huh? You didn't get to walk.
I didn't get to walk.
I didn't get to walk either.
Not us dabbing on. That's not really.
I mean, we're relating to something.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway. No, actually, I didn't want to walk because I was so embarrassed at that point.
Yeah. I didn't want to walk either. My whole situation
I wouldn't have got no
up.
props for walking when it was time for me to walk. Like when I finally, because I was to the point where no school would even take me.
How long after your supposed to be graduation did you like get your diploma and like graduate?
It was like on time. No, it was like a year.
A year after?
Like a year after, because it was for a minute, no school would take me, so I just was home.
Oh, damn.
I remember I went to one school, and they were, man, like that's why my parents is like so proud of me now.
Yeah.
But I went to one. I mean, they were calling around, and one school, I don't know. I guess they just didn't know who I was, and they were like, they accepted me. We went. I was there for like 2 weeks, and then I think something came back.
What do you mean something came
back? I don't
back?
know, but they found, like, I guess figured out who I was, and then it was like, nah.
Like every school knew who you were? You were that fucking bad?
I was in the paper, all that. I remember when I dated.
You shooting?
When I dated when I dated somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
I showed up, and then when she told her mom who I was,
she was like, absolutely not.
She was like, oh, okay, Fred. I was like, yeah. She was like, Fred, what's his last name? She's like, Fred Thompson? She was like, Thompson? She's like, yeah. She's like,
a little emphasis on that?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
Absolutely not. So if I would have like tried to get some kind of props for walking, it would have been like,
this nigga.
Man, yeah, like lame. I wouldn't even, so I didn't even want to walk. That's at that point, that's why I was like, I just want to get my diploma. Matter of fact, I just wanted to get my diploma to be able to go to the military. Because that was like I had gotten in trouble. I remember I went to court, and that was my thing, like why they didn't like really like lock me up for a while for whatever I did, because my dad vouched, and I was like, I'm trying to go to the military.
Is your dad from the military?
My dad was in the Air Force, so you know, at one point like I was a letdown for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I remember my dad though. At one of these times, we was in court for some shit I did. And I thought I was gonna get off because the person didn't show up, right? For whatever I did. And then the person showed up, and they walked down. They went over here. I'm at the judges here. I'm on this side with my dad. And then my dad looked, and I ain't gonna say the person's name. I would just make a name up like Chris. He was like, Chris. He was like, what's up? What's up, T? He was like, that was you. He was like, oh, that's your son.
They did that in front of the judge?
Yes. So my dad was
That's some lit shit to do.
My dad was so embarrassed, bro. But long story short, is like that final thing I got in big trouble with. Yeah. My whole thing was I'm gonna go to the military.
Do you feel like the military straightened you out after that?
I think it straightened me out more, but I think I already was straight. I was trying to fit in. So, you know, that's what it was. I already knew right from wrong.
That's crazy.
So and that's why I give more grace to like my kids and certain kids, is because it's like I tell them straight up, I know you're gonna fuck up. You know, I go ahead and put it out there, because if you don't accept it now, if you just like, Mom, my kid's the best person in the world. When they do something, you're gonna be broken. Not my kid. You're gonna take it personal, like they doing it to you.
That's how I felt. I ain't gonna lie. The first couple times I was like, nah.
You gonna do this to me after all I do for you? But it ain't really about you.
It's not.
Once you understand, like once you just, you're gonna fuck up, bro. And I'm gonna be mad, but I'm still gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I'm like that, because I know what that's like to like be like a letdown, bro. Like my older sister, she went to Penn State, all kind of double graduates.
You're just a problem seed.
My brother went to Georgetown, and I was the youngest, so I was just wilding out doing stupid shit. So
until you went to the military.
Then when I went to the military, and I think that did kind of that let me see more people actually than my small city where it was white, black, Mexican. That was all I knew. For real. So then when I went to the military, I saw all these different people, ways of doing things, people doing this, people who come from this, and that kind of opened my it opened my mind up. You know what I'm saying?
I can't reach around this fucking mic.
Opened my mind
and
up.
his little T-Rex arms.
So let me ask you something, right?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you something else.
Something else? You ain't shit for
Let's say that okay, in an imaginary world, if you with this or not.
Just holding every.
What song is that?
John Legend.
Say it again. Don't act like your vocals was fire. I didn't know what you were saying. Oh, you were trying to say ordinary people. You said, I didn't know what you were trying to say, bro.
That's not how I
You did sound like that. All right, check this out. Look, these are retarded.
Am I red? My face red yet?
Left side red, the white side light skin.
The white side is light skin?
I meant to say right. All right, so look.
Lord.
If you were in an open marriage.
My dream come true. No, I'm playing.
Would you? So you would consider an open marriage? Would you ever consider an open marriage?
I'm not gonna lie. Kinda. Like.
Why? Why? So you understand the logic of one?
I do. Like I've never been a judgmental person. So when I do see that, I'm not the person in the comments like, ugh, that's gross. I feel like to each its own. But I do understand the concept, because a lot of times people end up cheating any fucking ways. Or there's situations that you guys can't cope with in your relationship. And so you crave or want other things. And low key in this day and age, sometimes, I'm not speaking for everybody, so don't come for me.
They coming anyway.
Sometimes I can understand how you outgrow individuals, but you still love them at the same time, and you don't necessarily want to part ways. But there's things that you may encounter that feels like everything you're still missing. And for some reason, like that 80-20 rule, sometimes it just feels good to have both. I'm not gonna lie, like
160, like an 80-80.
I didn't say 80-80. Oh. I'm saying like to have the 20 and the 80 at the same damn time. Right. So I can understand it. Do I want an open marriage? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have a manly mindset for a woman, and I say that because I grew up with my brothers and my dad. Right. So my mindset isn't always like how normal females would operate personally. So like I can understand a lot of where men come from or why they do the things that they do.
They say men are like animalistic and all that type of shit.
Right. However, I think because I can understand it, sometimes I allow a lot of things when it comes to how males operate that a lot of women wouldn't, because they can't understand it. But I feel like I get it, so it's like I really don't be tripping unless we establish something different. I can appreciate somebody that's honest at the end of the day. Right. You know what I mean? Right. If that's who you are from jump and you're like, yo, this is how I like to get down. I like X, Y, and Z. I fuck with you heavy, but I might fuck with her heavy too. I mean, I don't know you. Right. Like, just be real about it. And I can respect that either way. But open marriages, I think it can be fun. Okay, confession time. I have always wanted to go to a sex party. 1,000%.
You and Monty was
I've always wanted to go to a sex party. Like, it's still kind of part of my fantasy. I've never done it. Never, ever done it. But I still kind of want to. Even if I don't, like, do nothing, I just want to see it. Like, I'm hella perverted. I ain't gonna lie.
You're just going there.
Just to watch.
And rose it.
I love shit like that. Like, I want a perverted, like, part. Not perverted part. That sounds horrible. Like, somebody who's...
a nasty partner.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like, okay. Entertaining the idea of a threesome. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, but I feel like it comes from, like I said, I feel like if you're going to have an open marriage, it just has to be a lot of fucking honesty. Right. Like, don't be weird and secretive about shit, because that's what's going to make it, like, messy.
So you do have... So, okay, that's great that you can see it, so now I can go deeper, right? Give me 6 things. If you had an open marriage...
Why gotta be 6?
Give me, because
that's a lot, usually.
Let's see if we can get to 6. Okay. How about that? No pressure. Give me 6 things, 6 rules that you would lay down. Okay, we could do this, but... You want me to start?
Be honest.
Okay, be honest.
Be honest. If we're gonna bring someone into the relationship, I feel like we should agree on it, or maybe even...
So y'all gotta agree. Okay.
Yeah.
So if he sees something he like, he want to clap, he got to show you.
I guess I'm thinking more so in threesome terms, because
like
we're doing
open
that
marriage,
together.
y'all do that, and y'all see other people.
That's true. Then I wouldn't have to approve the other person.
Okay, so you're on 1.
But okay, so number 3. No, I'm on 2. It was honesty.
You tackled 1.
It was honesty, approving of the other person.
But you took that back.
Why? I didn't take it back.
Oh, so they do have to show you who they dealing with.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to know at least.
That's what.
You're whack. Number 3, everybody should be tested. I don't want shit. I don't want you bringing me shit back. I want to see the bitch's results. I'm big on testing.
Yeah, big on the test.
I am big on testing. So like, I want to see your results, her results, both y'all. Like, I want to see it all. I don't know. I feel like
that's 3.
And maybe like locations should matter.
Locations?
Not like I need to know your locations, but like, don't do shit that we do exclusively with the other person too. You know what I mean? Like, if we have like a date night spot and that's our shit, don't take this bitch too. That's weird. That would make me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And then I guess the only thing I would fear is like them genuinely fucking with her more than they fuck with me at some point. You know what I mean? Like,
if they just start really hanging with them all the time.
I don't mean literally fucking her. Like, that's going to happen regardless. Yeah. Like, I feel like that would be the only thing that I was
going to be with Pam this week. What you mean, baby? All week now?
Right. I think that would make it harder, is to feel like your partner is leaning more towards that.
Right.
I feel like that's where it can get messy, is like a party in your relationship actually falling for someone else.
And then they don't have that respect for you either.
Yeah, they. I mean, yeah, they probably.
You gonna be with your wife tonight or what? Like, what are we doing? That type.
The other person.
If the other person's like.
Yeah. See,
that comes in too, because they start falling for each other. You know, they start really making plans, all that extra shit
for the future. Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean,
all
we
of
can
that
get the house.
is a
I told my
possibility.
wife we can get the 5th bedroom. You can stay in there. She cool with you. So
see, too much. It's too much. You're not moving the bitch in my house.
You know, men start thinking with the little head. They start talking stupid.
Unless we go from open marriage to polygamy. That's how you say it, right?
In Atlanta, yeah, polygamy.
Okay.
I had a dude in Atlanta. My man said that's what him and his wife are into. So, okay, my 6 things, right? If I were to be in an open marriage,
I don't like that. I feel
right?
like you prepared for this already.
I did.
Like, he already wrote his 6
just because I prepared
down.
and you didn't, don't get mad at me.
It's crazy.
We just talked about that. Don't get mad at me because I
crazy.
got the good grades and you over here with no good grades.
First of all, my grades were great.
They're not now because you don't have them prepared. I studied. You did not. Check this out, right? Number 1. Nothing in front of the kids.
Hold on. So you are
Why
open
you gonna hold me up?
Because so you're open to, you would want
I'm saying,
open
like,
marriage.
I'm open to, for conversation's sake, I'm open to.
Don't say for conversation's sake. Either you're open to marriage, open marriages, or open relationships, or you're not.
Okay.
For yourself.
I don't think I could do
Look at my face.
I don't think I could do it, but I've been in a situation to where I wanted it to work so bad that I said, do you want to just do this? So, okay, so with that being said, let me get into my 6, okay? So I might cut this up for real. All right. My 6 things, if I were to entertain it. 1, nothing in front of the kids.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
they got to know y'all
no
together.
Swallowing and no top. Matter of fact,
what?
No top, just no top.
How you gonna swallow if you don't give top? So that kind of.
That's it. So just no top. Okay. Because you coming home, I might be low key jealous, but I'm acting like I'm not. And then when I kiss you, I'm like, man,
tastes like something.
What is this? You know what I'm saying?
Tastes funny.
No friends, family, or associates.
I got a question.
Wait.
Number 2.
Hold your thought. You got ADHD?
Yes. On number 2, can she get head or she just can't give head? Can she get head?
She can get top.
Okay. All right, go. Move on.
She can get top.
Moving on. Number 3.
Number 3, no friends, family, or associates. So nobody that, of course, there may be gray area, but nobody that you think we could walk into or that you know I hang out with or blah, blah, or nobody you hang out with, none of your people you cool, you've introduced me to. If it happens and we just don't, okay, just different. You gonna do a me on me? Okay. Nothing after 2 a.m. Nothing after 2 a.m.
Why is
you see, I like that I do that because when you did it, I'm like, you feel me, but you may not be feeling me because I don't always feel people when I go, That don't mean I feel you, but it makes you feel like I feel you.
Yeah. You feel validated? Great job. That was my hand pat.
No busting inside.
Ooh.
None.
You want them to use protection all the time?
Yes. Good one.
So you don't care if
protection.
They're tested.
And the final one is as much as possible.
What if it's an accident?
Hide it from
you?
Friends, family, and associates.
That was number 2.
No, number 2 is not to mess with nobody that's a friend, family, or associate.
Oh.
The last one is as much as possible.
Keep it away from
Keep
them.
it away from them. Yeah, do it low key. All that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Those are my 6. If that were to take place. I think that's a huge maturity level that I don't know if I could do. But I have been in the situation where I wanted it to work so bad.
Yeah. I
look back like, dang, I hate that I even was that low at one point. But I've been there where I just wanted to work. Like, do you need to go do this? And I just go do this, and then we just work on what we got.
Come back, figure it out.
I mean,
that makes sense. I feel like knowing you a little bit. We'll say a little bit.
You don't know me, nigga.
I feel like you could give it more than you could receive it in that particular situation. Meaning
top. What?
Top.
What you talking about?
No, nigga.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I feel like you would be a little more comfortable if, let's say, you know, your girl was like, yeah, let's do da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, all right, cool. And you would feel comfortable as you're doing it. But then, like, coming back and, like, let's say now you at home and you know she
out,
you
getting clapped.
Fucked up. I feel like you'd be a little fucked up.
If I got to that level, if I was at the point where what I'm talking about before, that was like a desperation trying to make it work thing. Mm-hmm. I probably would. I'm already this low, so I don't think I would. It's like whatever at this point. It's like somebody who gets abused, and they're just like they just accept it.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to look at them the same after they come home. Like she just got clapped and she just come home and you like
it's two things. It's two. If we have a good relationship and we decide to do this, maybe not. But if it's like low and I'm trying to save it on some desperation shit, I'm already low.
I feel like that's crazy.
So to everybody, if you're there, like I recommend do not do that. If you already are low in your relationship and you feel like this may be, I wouldn't recommend that because you're gonna feel like shit all the time.
Yeah, I would assume that would make it worse if that's where you are in your relationship. Mm-hmm. I would only want to be if I were to do that, I would only want to be in an open marriage if things were good.
Right.
Because I can only imagine if things are already bad, I'm going to just leave you personally. Like,
that's easy to say, but that's not how it works.
I'm saying if we tried open marriage because we're that low, I would go see other people. The problem with me seeing other people is I'm going to find someone I fucking like. That's the problem. So now it's going to make it easier for me to already, like, I already look at you some type of way because we're down here, like you said. It's going to make it that much easier for me to disconnect from you because now I found something I like. Something that's entertaining me.
But you love this person.
That's fine. But we talked about the fact we talked about that already. I feel like you can like and or love. Because here's the thing. You can love the hell out of somebody, but you can love them and fall out of love with them at the same time. Does that make sense? Like you can love them and not be in love with them anymore.
Oh, it's like I got love for them then.
Yeah, like I still love you.
Got love for you.
But I don't think I'm in love with you like romantically anymore. And so now we're down here and I'm trying to like basically fall back in love with you and it's not working. So we decide to have an open marriage or whatever and see other people. I don't know if that would help if you're at that point in your relationship.
That's really rare for somebody to get low and fall out of love
and come back
and come back.
Right.
It does work. Like I've been to marriage counselings, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So it works. Some of them strategies work, and then some people like there are a lot of avenues that work. Marriage counseling, church, a lot of things do work. Don't get it wrong, but it's like it's like those ones that are for sure meant to be.
Yeah.
Like it's destiny type shit, because a lot of people can't let go of whatever the trauma is that got them this way. So no matter, you're following all the steps that the person taught you. You might be going to church or you're going to see the counselor, blah blah blah. But you just can't let go.
Yeah,
and
that's hard to do.
All that don't matter. All them steps you're taking don't matter if
you can't let go.
You can't let go because you're going back to step one.
That's part of forgiveness, though, and that's why they say forgiveness is so important in relationships, because the people who are the closest to you are the people who are going to hurt you the most, because you never expected for those people to do it.
And it's because you've given that person the most access to your heart.
Absolutely.
Because they could be close to you, but you still, like, okay, you might fuck me over, so I'm not gonna really go that deep with you.
That. Right.
But if you go that deep with a person,
and they use it against
you, and they fuck you over, then it's like yo, that's why I tell people, you gotta treat your heart like a house. Like you don't give everybody the keys to your house, because once you give them that key, they in and out as they please. They may dirty the couch up. They may not put the toilet seat down, piss shit everywhere. Now I'm in this bitch. Oh, right. You know what I'm saying?
Get money.
At first when they came in, it was like, oh, okay. Do I need to take my shoes off at the front?
Right.
I need to take my shoes off.
Right.
They start fucking you over. They walk around one shoe, toes out, doing that thing with they shitting on your. Come on.
Flicking their ashes.
Flicking their ashes. Like, this shit fire though. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
You got to treat your heart like you treat a house.
I have a question though.
Okay.
Have you ever done this, or if not, would you do it? Basically.
Hand me the wine.
Sex therapy, sex ed, sex counseling.
Yeah, I do that.
Have you done it before?
I haven't done it, but
you'd be open to it.
No, I was looking into it in one of my relationships. I was looking into it for like 100%.
What was your reasoning for looking into it?
When I was looking into it in one of the relationships, it's because I just wanted to, again, make things right. Even like, I don't know, I wanted to really protect the relationship, and I knew sex was a big one.
What do you mean by
So I wanted to make sure
What do you mean by protecting it?
Like, I think, relationships like a diamond. Like, you got to polish it, and you can't just, you got the relationship, now I can just put it on the shelf. Like, no, you still got to polish it. You still got to get it. You still got to take care of it in all aspects. So I think at the time when I was looking into that, it's crazy because a lot of people ain't going to believe it. But so I had split with somebody and we had got back together. Mm-hmm. And she had been clapped by other motherfuckers. I haven't been clapping till you got clapped. So when we came back, I'm like, okay, so there's some things that
you learned
or you liked.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I kind of like this. Like, okay. And it was something I wasn't really into. But it's like, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that level of maturity that I had to reach right there led me to say, you know what, let me look up some other, sexual classes or things we can experience together. You know what I'm saying?
So it doesn't sound like there was really an issue. It just was like, I wanted
to up it.
Enhance.
I wanted to enhance it. Right.
That's good.
I could see somebody looking into it because it's like, I don't want to leave you for this, but you're not doing this. And I need you to learn how to please me.
That was my reason.
I'm up for that too. That's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody told me that, I'm like, I just don't know how to do it. Then let's go to the class.
It was more so like the person they came off as very inexperienced and shy. Not like they didn't want to have sex shy, but just like very monotone. Like everything was the same all the time. There wasn't any like flame or anything. So it just made me feel like we were already 68 years old. Like a lot of the times. And just kind of how you said, like you guys split and came back together because I was with this person later on in life after, other encounters. I know a thing or two, or I've experienced a thing or two, and I kind of know what I like at this point. Right. So knowing that they couldn't provide it, and then when they tried, like you said, they just weren't.
They weren't doing it.
They weren't good at it. It was kind of like, eventually I got to a point where I just didn't want to anymore. Like, I didn't want them to go down on me. I barely wanted to have sex. I would literally please myself by myself all the time. Like, that's why I felt like we were like old people, because I'm like, it shouldn't.
You would turn him away when he wanted to do it?
No, I never turned away.
Ooh.
But
go ahead. I got
we would do it, and then immediately after, or as soon as I had the opportunity to, I would finish myself or, do something of that sort. So it was kind of just like, I just wasn't happy in my sexual relationship with that particular person. So that's why I was looking into it, because I'm like, I want to stay here because, like you said, like, I love you. I want this to work, but like, this is pretty important. You know what I mean? Especially if we're going to like rock this for a long time. So
when you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, is it okay to turn away sex? Like, if your partner's
from your partner? If there's a good enough reason.
What's the reason?
Like, if I'm sick or I'm not feeling well, maybe I'm really heavy on my cycle and I'm just like, all right, I'm not feeling it right now. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Yeah.
But other than that.
But like for instance, I would never do it as a punishment. I feel like women who do that shit that's so lame, bro. Because all he gonna do is run and find the next bitch to do it. But outside of that, like, I just feel like, just like you shouldn't use kids as pawns, don't use the pussy as a pawn. It's not a piece, it's not a toy or whatever. I mean, it can be, but I'm just saying, like, I don't turn away sex from my partner ever unless there's
whenever they
really
want it, they get it. Whenever.
I feel like maybe twice out of a 4-year relationship, I probably, like a couple times, because I was like actually really tired. I just was like, I don't feel like it right now. But it's like really rare. It's very rare. I don't feel like it's necessary to turn away. Because let's face it, like sex don't last super duper long anyway.
Some people do.
It can. It can. But I guess, yeah, it depends on your partner too. But I guess I'm referring to the relationship I was looking for sex courses for. So it was like,
right.
We'll be done in 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and
right. Is that grounds for breakup?
What?
If like your partner turns you away.
If it's all the time, yes. If it's just like a couple of times and you're just like such a horn dog, like you have to have it every single fucking time, that's more of a you problem than like, you know, her or him being away or you, whatever. Like I don't think that it's grounds for leaving your partner unless it's a repetitive thing. Like there's some people in relationships that are like, maybe we're long distance. I'm asking her for pictures, videos, whatever, because I'm trying to stay faithful. I'm trying to do this, but like she's not sending me shit. She's not engaging with me. She don't want to have phone sex. She's not into that type of thing. Eventually they gonna do something else. Right. Like that's just facts, especially if you're dealing with a man. Women, maybe not. But 9 times out of 10, the more you turn or withhold sex, naturally, I'll even speak for women, like naturally you're gonna crave it if that's what you love. Most people love sex. Who doesn't love sex? So I would say that it could be grounds for breakup if it's repetitive. Like if it's a constant withheld thing. Absolutely.
Because, you know, if your partner is not horny, but you horny, he need to give it up.
I would say that we're incompatible because
if you're horny and they're not horny, you're incompatible.
If I'm always fucking horny and you're never fucking horny, nigga, we're incompatible.
I mean, is that a reason to turn down sex is what I'm saying. Let's reverse
so just like not in the mood.
You're not horny.
Yeah.
He's like, yo.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, I'm cool right now. Is that like...
What's your question exactly?
Is that a reason to turn down sex? Not all the... It's not.
No.
So
because you
to your thing is like I'm not horny.
Make me
horny. Get there because I need that.
Yeah, like no, I don't tell them to get there. I'm speaking for myself. Like if they're horny and they're trying to, you know, whatever, like, oh, I'm da-da-da-da, I'm probably not horny. But as a female, it's different for us. Like for men, I would assume that it's harder for you guys to like get up if you're not horny. You have to be horny to get up. For women, we don't have to do anything. I just lick it and be like, all right, go ahead.
Let's get it. Like, so it's for men. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good point.
It's true. Like, so for women, I would say it's not a good reason. Oh, I'm not in the mood. Okay, bitch, you never in the mood. Like, fucking get in the mood. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking do it. Like, get it over with. I don't know. Suck a dick. Do what you gotta do. Go to bed. Like, do what you gotta do. Okay.
So, okay.
I don't think that it's grounds to turn down sex because there's been times where I'm not horny and they are, and I'm like, okay.
It's not grounds for a woman, but for a man it could be because he got to get it up, as you're saying.
I feel like if your partner is not horny,
so
guy or girl,
okay,
and you want them to be horny, it is your duty to make them horny. And if you can't make them horny, I kind of feel like there's a problem in your relationship. Like if I couldn't get my guy up, I'm naturally going to question, like, okay, what's going on?
What if your guy needed to watch porn to get up to have sex with you?
Ooh, I would feel like we're incompatible.
Really?
Absolutely. Because, well, first I would question why that is. Like, has that always been the case?
Maybe he just had a lot of sex and the average thing don't turn him on anymore. He's overexposed. Like, he's just...
So it's always been the case then, since we've been together, maybe.
Yeah.
Then that's something I knew coming into the relationship. So I would assume that I probably wouldn't have a problem. Like, I don't personally care for men to watch porn.
You don't like for your partner to watch porn?
I'll watch porn with you personally. I've done that before.
But you don't like for your man to watch porn?
No, I'm fine with my man watching porn.
Okay.
Hell, I watch porn. I don't care.
Okay. So what are you saying?
I'm saying that if you had to watch it prior to having sex with me to be aroused to have sex with me, that would be what makes me feel some type of way. But if you're just watching porn because you like to watch porn, or because you beating off and I'm not there, or we're not, you know what I mean?
That don't make you mad?
That doesn't make me mad at all.
So if your man was blunt enough to say something like, you call him and be like, what you doing? Oh, I just got finished beating myself, about to take a shower. You be like, oh, that's great. Or you wouldn't feel away?
I guess it depends on the circumstances, right? Like,
if he watches porn without you, does that make you away?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we live together? Like, was it something you just couldn't wait till I got home? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the circumstances, I'd probably question it a little bit, because I'm like, you didn't want to have sex when I got back. I got a long ass lunch. My lunch break is about an hour. I could have came home. You know, what's up? Like, did you not want to have sex with me? That would be my first thought, is like, did you not want to have sex with me? Is that why you did it? But if we're separated, we're like, I couldn't get to you no fucking way, and you just did it, no, I wouldn't care. But
if the case was you're at work, or you and he just wanted to get one off, that would make you feel away?
No.
It wouldn't?
Not really. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like maybe yes and maybe no, to be honest. Like, it might bug me a bit, because it would make me question myself first. Like, why you didn't want to have sex with me? But if we had issues, or I don't know, whatever, there could be some sort of circumstance that makes it like it's fine. Because like I said, I'm 100% okay with my partner watching porn. But if it came to a circumstance where I felt like he'd rather watch porn than have sex with me, I guess that would be my conflict in the situation.
Okay, this is the last thing and we out, right? If a man doesn't have his kids, could he still be called a single father? If the kids don't live with him and he's single, is he a single father?
As long as he's involved with his children, yeah.
Some people disagree with that.
I think that's retarded. Because naturally speaking, you can't be in two places at once, or it's impossible to be with your kids all the time if you're not with the other parent. So if you guys have a split relationship with the children, and it's a back and forth situation, it doesn't matter if it's week to week, month to month, only summers, whatever, there's no possible way for you to always have the kids. One parent's going to be left out 100%. That doesn't mean they're no longer a parent, because I'm sure if depending on the situation, of course, or the person, they're still involved in other ways. They may visit their children. They may have them all summer. They may compensate in different ways where it still makes them a parent. They may be making sure that the kids have all their school stuff taken care of for the year, even though they're not physically with them. Like, I'll speak for myself. Like, I didn't always have my daughter. You know what I mean? But every summer I had her. This was for a couple of years. Every summer I had her. Every time she went back home, I made sure she had all of her school supplies, brand new wardrobe for, summer and winter, everything. And then I called all the time. I always spoke to her. I flew out at least once a month. I'd stay for like a week or whatever. Like, right. I was always involved. I always kept track of her stuff at school. I talked to all her teachers. They contacted me before they even contacted her dad. And anytime she had anything at school, I flew out.
Right.
I don't think I missed anything. I never missed a first day of school, nothing. So to think that, or to say that parents aren't single parents because they don't always have their children, I just feel like it's unrealistic, because it doesn't make them less of a parent because they're not physically with the person that they had children with.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I could go for another 3 hours.
Absolutely.
But y'all already know.
We're on a time clock.
We're on a time clock. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say this podcast, we're going to be dropping way more content.
Absolutely.
The members, y'all get the stuff early. Y'all get exclusive things, free merch, all of that stuff. We're going to start live streaming soon, so we're going to get the super chats going and all that kind of shit. But we appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. Make sure you like, make sure you comment.
Subscribe.
And most importantly, subscribe. Help us
Tap
grow.
in.
We not stopping. We making moves. Shout out to M3S3. Shout out to Koko.
Hey.
And we out.
Men make moves, suckers stay still. You know that I can't stay still. Men make moves, suckers stay still. You know that I can't stay still. Scraping, I'm climbing, I'm trying to get myself over the hill. Standing tall like I'm on stilts, can care less about how you feel. Use your discretion, stop going out of your way for those not in your direction. Whatever way you headed, I pray you make it to heaven. Despite all the sketches, my comeback story is epic. For your entertainment, Cedric, let me bless this. People place they value greater than elastic. Whatever they can get their hands on and mess with. Whatever they prioritize, efforts invested. Lessons, got them stinking.